Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's down 58. NASDAQ is up 6. S&Ps are up 2. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, as we do each and every Monday at 20 past the first hour. Don't forget, folks, Steve does an outstanding show here every trading day, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter, Mastering Probability. Now, we're celebrating Steve's great feat being the 2018 Market Timer of the Year in the S&P 500. And as you come over to our website at TFNN, you're going to see Mastering Probability right inside featured content. Bottom line, you can hit that. You can subscribe. It's a special 14-day free trial available. Your credit card does not get charged until the 15th day. You can subscribe. You can get it for a month at $149, 6 months at $695, which is a 22% savings, a year at $1195, which is a 33% savings. Now, in all these cases, folks, the bottom line is that you will not get charged until the 15th day. So you can check it out for a full 2 weeks. Bottom line, if you like it, you keep it. If you don't like it, hasn't cost you a dime. And inside not only his newsletter, you are going to be getting a lot of the courses that he has done, including the Mastering the TD Setup 9-count, the Advanced Decline Oscillator, and a lot of other great workshops that Steve has done on the website. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
Well, I can't market it any better than you did, so I'll see you later.
Hey, it's a beautiful thing. Hey, I know.
Absolutely.
I heard you talking about. We had to talk about that golf tournament yesterday first, because I heard you talking about. You know what? I turned that on, and I know. I've played at Pebble Beach, so I knew that hole. I thought I was seeing things, man. That with pushing the water off, man.
Well, it was really quite an amazing weekend, you know, if you were playing there. And you know, the folks that played in the Pro-Am piece of it, many years ago, it was a lot easier to be an amateur that would play in that tournament versus today. Yeah. But either way, you know, if you're fortunate enough to be playing in that tournament for 3 days at least as an amateur, trying to get to day number 4, just terrific weather out there. And you know, as you say, you've played that course, you've been out there, you know how the weather can change on it. Hey, we live in an environment. We're just fortunate enough where we're in more of a tropical environment. Yeah. When it changes in a heartbeat, it's not snowing, so to speak.
Oh,
right?
my God. That was crazy.
Yeah. You know, I was out at playing Pebble Beach, not this past November, but the November before. And I was in my long underwear and had many layers and was peeling them off and putting them back on during the day. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Now, luckily for me, I was not playing in wind, major wind, like these guys had, or rain. But when that rained yesterday, and I had it on the background, I was doing something else. Yeah. And I saw what looked like snow falling down, and you just to see the 18th green or whichever green they were showing. They were showing the 18th. That's the only reason I knew. I says, hold it, man. I know that. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Wow. Yeah. The guy was trying to squeegee it up.
Yeah, exactly. Unreal.
I figured he was damaging the hole more than he was doing anything else. So.
Okay, market-wise, what are we looking at out here?
Well, a couple different things. You know, I just happen to have up on my screen one of the tools. Now, I'll talk a little bit about what folks get during that 14-day free trial. Cool. But one of the things that I use that help to lead to that market timer of the year are the TAS market profiles, levels of support or resistance. So, and take a look at the ES Mini. What I can share with folks right now are levels to be watching. So as we go into the close or overnight, key levels, you know, these profiles can change. So I don't have kind of like the weather. They can change rather quickly. Sure. But right now, on a 30-minute basis, the key level of support is 2705. If that level fails, and if folks are watching us on Tiger TV right now, I'm going to turn the price area off. What I want folks to notice is the green line, which is the bottom, which is at 2705. 2707 is the center, the point of control, where both buyers and sellers believe there's fair value. And then at 2713 is our resistance zone, where basically the sellers are hanging out. So there's a larger group of buyers between 2705 and 2707. And so I refer to this as a bullish structured box. So if that fails, there's nothing more bearish than a failed bullish pattern out there. So this 2705 as we come into the close when I get off the air with you is really an important area, just as resistance is. So if you take a look at these profiles and you go over to the left-hand side, you can see how as price was moving down from back on February 6th, price never closed above a resistance level, not until we got to February 7th at about 3:30 in the afternoon, which started to tell you, okay, here's where buyers are really trying to flex their muscle over these sellers out there. So these profiles are really extraordinary tools to be able to use, and subscribers to my newsletter get access to this type of information. Let me just share with you what subscribers get, and at least during this 14-day period, the free trial, the reason to go ahead and take a look at it. And by the way, that the expiration of that free trial is Wednesday evening.
Yes.
It's on the 13th. So the first thing they're going to get are my timer digest signals. So they get the exact signals the Timer Digest uses to track the newsletter for the S&P 500, for gold, and for Treasury bonds. And as you pointed out, in 2018, I was #1 for the S&P 500 and for bonds. So for folks that just want to understand those signals on a daily basis and how to trade, and these are the signals from this morning. I'm neutral all three, as a matter of fact. And it lists the exact reasons why, so that folks can understand what it is that I'm taking a look at, so that they can apply those to their trading and investing. When trades do set up, and what I'm anticipating is that at some point in time, we're going to go back and revisit the lows of 2018. We've discussed this before. But what folks will do when my trade sets up here, and I'm just showing an example of the short trade for the S&P 500, it's got the estimated entry price. It's got the stop, the targets, what it is and what price is at the current newsletter, exactly how many shares to buy for every $10,000 in free trading capital, which basically is the position sizing. And the position sizing is included in the money management workshop that comes with the newsletter service.
Yes.
The subscribers also, Tom, at the end of the day, they typically get, I go through and I do a scan of all the U.S. ETFs, well, the index ETFs, worldwide ETFs, all the S&P 500 sectors, every Dow 30 stock, every NDX 100 stock, and all the stocks inside the IBD 50. What I'm looking for there are new trading ideas for subscribers. And this just breaks out those individual equities that have turned to the upside on the weekly chart and are breaking out on the daily chart. And it gives buy levels, and it gives what the average true range is. It gives all the information to calculate what your position size should be. I provide subscribers with that are managing their long-term accounts, the portfolio that typically is made up of U.S. equities, foreign equities, fixed income instruments, real estate commodities, master limited partnerships, and it helps to identify what their market condition is, bullish or bearish. So for folks that are managing their long-term portfolios, I provide them with that information, as well as buy areas, buy points as support, all kinds of information. Here are the market profiles that they get, so no matter what time frame it is you might trade, you understand where support and resistance is, and then a slew of training that is out there. And coming up on the 13th, I'm going to release the archive version of the long-short line that everybody needs to know. And then on the 27th, the ultimate trading signals, Japanese candlesticks. And on the 27th, Tom, I'm going to do a live workshop for subscribers. So now is the perfect time to come over and test drive Mastering Probability.
And the way you do that, folks, you go to TFNN. You're going to go right into featured content. You're going to see our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, Mastering Probability. You hit subscribe. And as we just said a little bit earlier, folks, it's a 14-day free trial. You don't get charged until the 15th day. You can do this for 1 month, 6 months, a year. Check it out. Steve, have a great one. Have a safe one. We look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thanks, Tom. Take care.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.